Doing some important retirement planning questions today. We're so glad that you're joining us. I'm Kristen Oakley here with David Lundberg. He is the founder of Love, Light, Flourish. And David, I know one of the things that you're very passionate about helping folks do is to be able to retire successfully. There's different phases of retirement. And so let's talk about that first, because I think there's some confusion out there about what your money needs to be doing for you, depending on what age and stage of life you're in.
Yeah, I mean, so when people come to us here, they always have build the money up, save the money, which is the accumulation kind of up the mountain, so to speak. Then once you kind of hit that peak of that mountain, now it's how do I get down safely? And there's two different methods on there. You can't use method one of accumulating as the same method of coming down that mountain stream. So you have to change those tactics up as well.
And when you're talking about coming down the mountain, what you're really talking about is generating income for yourself in retirement, right?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest things is having income and having protection. So the two biggest things on there. So we now have to change from what the big brokerage worlds have always taught you about, annuities being bad that are out there, and just look, hey, if I can have my money in, say, the S&P 500 stock market index, guarantee you have protection from any future loss, and you can still have some growth with that as well. It's always that peace of mind of knowing, hey, I can never lose any money. That way it's one portion of your overall portfolio giving you that peace of mind throughout retirement.
Well, one of the things that I think is so fascinating about your story and your perspective on how you're able to help folks is the world that you came from versus the world you operate in now. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I mean, what you might not know is the big brokerage firms like Schwab, Vanguard, and Fidelity, they don't sell annuities. They don't make annuities that are out there when you go in their firms. They're really good at the stocks, ETFs, and mutual funds. So we teach people on, hey, just because your brokerage firm never mentioned annuities doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means that's not what they're specializing in. And annuities can give you those guarantees and protections that they can't do on there.
So what motivated you specifically to go from being in that accumulation phase and helping folks grow their hard-earned money to then wanting to help them come down the mountain successfully and engage in that retirement income planning process? Yeah,
for me, I mean, just being a Marine Corps combat veteran here my whole life and helping out so many other veterans and people, it's about protection in the end, right? And it's about having that integrity and that honesty of giving you your true examples you have. And it's just educating people really on, hey, this is why annuities can now be good, because when you're in retirement, you want protections, you want peace of mind. You don't want to be rolling the dice all the time that's out there.
So when should someone start this process of shifting and changing their investment allocations to meet the stage of life that they're entering with retirement?
No, I mean, there's not really a perfect time, even in your 40s, or if you change jobs from a 401k and ask to roll it somewhere else, or you're even nearing that retirement stream on there, you want to find out ways to protect your money. Otherwise, if the markets had a crash within the year you're retiring or 2 years prior, that could be detrimental to your overall plan.
Okay, so again, it's never too early to get started on kind of figuring out how all these different pieces fit together, right?
Yeah, I mean, education is key. And the more education you have, the more you know, the better off you can plan.
Now, I know a lot of folks have talked about using target date funds or doing the 60-40 portfolio. There's a lot of rules of thumb out there. What's your take on that as it relates to this discussion of shifting your investment allocations?
I mean, the target date funds on there, people don't know, you might have, say, a 2035 fund that's out there. And as you near that 2035, it goes more and more conservative into bonds or into cash only holdings. And to me, that's just kind of a lazy default setting, meaning, hey, I have a button and click, that's all I want to do, but you're just letting it be on default writing it. So why not meet with someone else that can optimize your whole plan and give you all your options? Might take you more time, but if it could save you more money and give you years back of life, why not have that consultation?
Well, and also it makes it a very individualized process, right? It's not a cookie cutter approach, and that's another big difference.
No, absolutely. I mean, target date fund just could be a one catch guide at all, but how do they really know that's best for you and your own situation and what you want your own future to be?
So how do you go about building these individualized plans for folks?
Yeah, so we use all facets, whether it's stocks and ETFs, whether it is an income annuity, or whether there's a lot of times doing tax planning with IRA to Roth IRA conversions could be another big thing as well.
Wonderful. Well, obviously a lot goes into this. I'm excited for more folks to connect with you. For your no-cost consultation, if you would like help figuring out how you need to shift and adjust your investment allocations or any other financial planning, retirement planning questions, we encourage you to connect with David and the team of Love, Light, Flourish. You can do so by calling the number that you see below.